Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. 40-something gamers, me and Sharon, we've been friends since the 1990s, 1994 to be exact. And we're 40-something and we like to talk about video games, pop culture, and then just what it was to be a gamer back in the 1990s. But we also like to talk about new games as well. Today, we have a very special guest. We're going to enter the cosmic Afroverse. We got gamer and representative here, Faith A. Thomas, here on, I was going to say 40-something gamers, my other podcast, but this is, I was going to say deeper than music, but on 40-something gamers, ladies and gentlemen. Faith, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. So before we actually dig deep, I got to ask this question first. Team Mario or Team Sonic?
I gotta go Team Sonic. It's always been one of my favorite games. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. All right, you cool already. So far with our guests, we got one Team Mario and now we got one Team Sonic. We're talking about the cosmic Afroverse.
Yes.
So for the listeners, could you tell us about the cosmic Afroverse and what was the inspiration behind it?
Sure. So the cosmic Afroverse is a space and a community that I'm building specifically for Black women and Black feminine presenting people. Because oftentimes when we have non-traditional hobbies such as video games, anime, TTRPGs, we're often ostracized from those conversations and often ostracized from those communities. So I wanted to build a space that holds those nuance, celebrates us in that Black feminine creativity and imagination, because we rule. We rule.
Okay. And then actually, man, another thing that we brought up.
Yes.
So I was asking Sharon earlier, back in the 90s, man, how many women, female gamers did we know that were like gamers?
My sister would just be a game every now and again, but that wasn't no gamer.
Like hardcore, right?
I'd be like, hey, want to play Nintendo with me?
Yeah. So it was like, I was thinking like it was my sister for a little while, then my daughter for a little while, but we really didn't know any gamers, especially women, and definitely didn't know any Black women that were gamers. I also wanted to ask as well, I guess this could be like a little quiz, if you will. How many Black women video game characters do you know offhand? I could think of Storm.
Ugh. Storm. Shoot. I should know more. But that's exactly the reason why, I'm building this community. Because it's like, we have Storm and we have pretty much that's it. In modern times, we have more games right now. Like we have this game South of Midnight that's out right now, and it is focused on a Black feminine presenting person as the protagonist. And back in the 90s, we didn't really see things like that. So with that being said, that's why the space like this is so important, because we're underrepresented even in gaming. So
I got a question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The game you just mentioned, is that the one that takes place like in New Orleans?
Yes.
I saw that. I did see that. Is it out yet?
It's dope. Yeah. It's been out since the beginning of this year.
Okay, because I remember seeing that around. I was like, that looks cool,
Mm-hmm.
But all right. And say the name again?
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight. Is it PlayStation, Xbox, cross-platform?
It should be on PlayStation. It's on Xbox as well, I believe.
What about Nintendo Switch too, you think?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Not yet.
South of Midnight. All right.
I
do. I remember seeing that.
Okay.
And it looked like it dealt with a lot of hurricanes. I saw that part of it. So, Mark, if you play it, get ready. I know you don't like storms.
Hey, once you say New Orleans, it takes place in New Orleans. Yeah, that's what to expect.
And I'm close to New Orleans. I'm like, that's like my neighboring state. Well, Louisiana, I'm sorry. New Orleans is like past Slidell. So, like, yeah, that's the backyard.
So with the cosmic Afroverse, when did you decide that, hey, I want to create this universe and I want to see the stars and galaxies? When was that aha moment?
So I've been flirting with this idea for about I want to say the beginning of this year. It actually came to me in, I was just sitting in meditation, and it was like build something,
Yeah.
and it was like an urgency. And when I get stuff like that, when I'm sitting in, my spiritual practice, I know that I have to do it. I kind of sort of put it off for a couple of months, but then I was like, okay, I really have to build this. And another reason why I want to build this is because, I scroll through Instagram and I scroll through different social medias, and I see Black women consistently and constantly, especially in the cosplay community, get bullied and be like, oh yeah, that character's not Black, you can't cosplay them, all of that. And it's disheartening to see, because why are you tearing somebody down who's sharing their art with the world?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm
Oh, go ahead,
sorry.
Sean.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I remember back in the early 90s, probably about 93, 94, I remember bringing up Storm, and somebody was trying to tell me that she
Mhm.
wasn't Black. Oh, like, yes, she is. Isn't she from
She was
Africa?
Storm. Storm
She's
was
From
from
X-Men.
Africa. Yeah, she's Black.
It's like, boy, like, come on. Like, give us something. But yeah,
And we were talking about
like, the delusion is real.
what was the Star Wars where everybody got just Rogue? Was it Rogue? No. Was it Rogue One? No, it wasn't Rogue One.
It wasn't Rogue One.
The brother that's now in Star
Finn?
Wars. Yeah, and
Oh,
like
John Boyega.
John
and he
Boyega.
caught hell. Then with the Little Mermaid, a Black Little Mermaid, and it's
Chloe
like,
Bailey.
dang,
Yep.
we can't go to space. We can't be mermaids. And for all you doubters, look up Yemaye. There is a Black mermaid, Yoruba, and it's just like you said, it's disheartening. And then remember, I didn't think about this, Sharon. Back in the 90s, if it wasn't a basketball game, if it wasn't a football game, if it wasn't Michael Jackson Moonwalker, how
Yeah.
many Black characters did we see us represented in video games?
Maybe it's Street Fighter.
And then
Street Fighter.
Streets of Rage, Adam Hunter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mortal
It's just-
Kombat. Jax.
In the
Oh, yeah,
second one, yeah.
Jax. And I'm glad that you're doing this, because so I actually was thinking, we were talking about gaming with my daughter, and I took her when she was younger. We went to medieval times, and I'm sitting there looking, and I'm like, how can my daughter relate to this? Not too many people of color, and I'm glad you brought this universe. One thing that we also talked about, you remember back in high school, Sharon, it wasn't cool to be nerdy, or even our
No.
previous guest Gregory was talking about gaming. So what was your first video game like? What introduced you to video games? What was that introduction into the world of gaming?
You're gonna laugh when I say this. It was actually me. I probably should not have been watching this, but it was actually me watching my dad and one of his best friends at the time play Mortal Kombat. My Uncle Bo, he is brutal with Mortal Kombat. And I'm talking like he knows all of the combos, everything. So that was one of my first introductions into gaming. And then also Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was the first game that my father and I completed together.
Oh, wow.
Me
Okay.
watching him. Yeah. So that holds a very special place in my heart as well. But the gaming system that I actually did start with, that we had in the house, was a ColecoVision. And I wish I could have found it, because
Wow,
we
that's
still have it. We still have
that's
our
back in the day.
ColecoVision. We still have our
Yeah.
Atari. And I know you guys are big Sega people. We still have our Sega Genesis running around here somewhere. So
Wow, you started off with this was before the NES,
yeah,
the
Right.
resurgence of the video game. So you old school ColecoVision. Was it the
yeah,
pad with the numbers and okay.
yeah.
Wow.
What
And
were those
then
numbers for?
I can't remember.
I-
You might
Looked
know.
like a phone. Looked like a phone to me.
It was
Yeah.
like for picking the game. So if I'm remembering correctly, because it's been a minute since I pulled out my ColecoVision, it was like you type in the number and then it brings up the game.
Okay.
Mm.
Gotcha. Huh.
And then that's what's talking about with, representation. So from you being young with your father, then now, and we've already talked about the spread in the 90s, how have you seen representation from back then to now? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? What is your take on it?
I think that representation for us, you know, in different spaces has gotten way better, but it is still an uphill battle. I will tell you, one of my favorite games to play, like when I'm relaxing and just getting done with all of my work, is The Sims. And up until I want to say probably like 2013, 14, we didn't have darker skin tones in The Sims until a Black woman made those skin tone packs that are now included the um in the games now, which is
Right.
insane to think about. Like, we didn't have like skin tones that looked like us in
Right.
a game like that, where you're supposed to be able to fully customize your entire world around. So it makes me think about things like that, like
Mm-hmm.
something so small as, hairstyles like in Fortnite right now, they're getting more textured hairstyles. And it's so cool to see that the industry is moving in that direction of more inclusion. But
Yeah.
we're still knocking at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like representation does matter, and we need more of us to be in those spaces. And I'm gonna say this, I may piss some people off, but I never understood the thing of being nerdy is not cool. You have to be cool. You have to be disrespectful. You have to be this and that. The importance of us being in spaces where we can control our narrative is very
Mm-hmm.
important.
Mhm.
Did you guys see a meme? There was a meme of a guy, black dude, but he had like a weird hairstyle. And he's like, yeah, when they have a black character, but they don't have the right hairstyle. And I just laughed. And I want y'all to think about this. Let's think about Band-Aids for a minute. You remember when
Mm-hmm.
we were kids, they didn't have our skin tone for those Band-Aids
Mm-mm.
for a while, and it's crazy. And have you guys seen like some of the video game like Facebook groups, and then some of the stuff that is said about, and I've even heard on online gaming that some people can be really, with certain games, some people can be really, really
Mhm.
racist, which is a shame. But this is 2024. It's Sharon, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you, Faith, at the arcade, there were no colors. Everybody was in the arcade
Mm-hmm.
having a good time.
Mhm.
Yep.
And it begs to, and we just said, so we're so far on Storm. We got the other,
Storm,
Balrog.
Clementine from The Walking Dead.
That's
Not The
right.
Walking
That's
Dead,
right.
sorry. No,
oh yeah,
not The
that's
It
Walking
right.
is.
Dead.
It is
Is
Walking
that
Dead.
no, it's
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Telltale version
okay.
because
No, no,
she's
no,
a
no,
little girl.
no. Yes.
Yeah. Because I have that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
have it. I played that. It was a good game.
so 3 so far. We got 3.
So we got we got Clementine,
We got Storm.
got Storm. We got
Jax.
Balrog from Street Fighter and Jax. Remember Balrog, the guy that looks like Mike Tyson
Yeah,
that you
but
fight before Bison?
I'm looking for women now. We gotta find them.
No, Jax
Well,
isn't a woman.
Jax. Well, no, because Jax in Mortal Kombat 2 is is a
Don't
man.
he have a daughter in one of those games?
I'm
Somebody,
not
I don't
sure.
know. Maybe I'm thinking
Let
about
us know
Cassie
down in the
Cage.
comments, y'all. Like if he
Yeah.
does.
Let us know. Here's the quiz.
Yeah,
Like black women characters in video games. We would like to know.
yeah,
Just to prove a point, and we need to know. We need to bring awareness. So
Exactly.
how does the cosmic Afroverse, how does it empower
I
women?
got one.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do have one. What's the game? Uncharted. Wasn't there a black female in there?
Yes.
I
Yes.
just thought about that.
Okay.
And see,
She was like, I can't think of her name, but she was in a DLC pack, and you play with her, because she was against you, like in the game or something like that. But I've never played the DLC. But yeah, that's the only other one I could think of right now.
Mm-hmm. But see, it's proven a point. It's like, where
yeah,
are all the black women? Where are they in games?
Yeah.
Exactly. So in the cosmic Afroverse, How do you empower women?
So I want the Cosmic Afroverse to be a platform where if, they want to try to be a game developer, I'll be able to, well, the community will be able to provide those resources in order to get them to where they want to go. If they want to be a streamer, I want them to be able to have resources in order for them to get their goals in order. I
Mhm.
want Black women and Black femmes to be able to explore their creativity because oftentimes, we're put in, corporate America and our creativity gets crushed because we're working a 9 to 5 and we oftentimes don't have time to really pour into that side of us. I want that to be a space that it's uplifting the Black feminine creativity and also giving them a space to pursue that as a career.
Mhm.
Good. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm trying to think, man. I was thinking, for one, do we know of any like Black video game companies or Black creators or developers? There's got to be. We know the guy that made the cartridge, the Godfather of the cartridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. But there are Black women out there that are in the industry doing the thing, you know?
Uh-huh.
Um, goodness gracious, because there's a Black woman, she created the Black Gamer Network, the Black Gamer Girl Network. Um,
Okay.
her name
Black
is
Gamer Girl
escaping
Network.
her
Okay.
name is escaping me right now, but, she has been a huge part in creating a space where it's an outlet for the information for the Black, female gamer. And then I was just searching this morning actually, because I'm big into TTRPGs, like Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is my thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I was searching because there is this incredible Black woman, Abria Iyengar. She is such a dynamic storyteller and game master, but she literally is one of the only ones aside that's consistent in the cast, And her entering the industry begged the question of, okay, where is all the diversity even in that, even in fantasy?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Oh
what we were
no.
talking about. Like, cause that blows my mind in fantasy. If you want to hate where you got green and blue people, but
Right.
we have a Black
Of
person,
Black
y'all got a
people, what is
problem.
where
Freaking
we draw the line? Okay.
where are we at? Like, I will say when Wakanda came out, we showed up, and I'm
Showed
like,
Right.
up
that's the
and
way
showed out.
Right.
we need to keep that momentum going. Like, I shout out the Marvel universe for that. Even man, what's that kid? The young kid.
Oh, you're
He has
talking
special
about
powers. He
are
has
you talking about Miles Morales?
no, it's it's about it's a Netflix story about a black kid. He has magical powers. Is it Life of Rudy or something like that? But it shows like that like we need more of that, like fantasy.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm a huge Superman fan.
Mm-hmm.
Superman led me into love of aviation, led me into
Mm-hmm.
my career in air traffic control and flight
Mhm.
operations, and that carried me. And I love to see stuff like that. And you mentioned role playing games. Are those your go to like to de stress when life's
Yes.
getting like? What games do you play to de stress?
I love, RPGs because a good story for me is always key. I just got finished playing, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it is a phenomenal game if you have not picked it up.
Hmm.
It's incredible. Like, it's rivaling my top games as far as, like, my list
Okay.
because of how incredible the story is, and the twist is just chef's kiss. But RPGs are my main games to de-stress because, I can get lost in a world and I can connect with the characters and see what they're going through. Um, because it shows me creativity on, like, through these mediums, these characters.
Yeah.
Like, a team creating a story with these characters, it shows them what their mindset it gives us a peek into what their mindset was. So that's why I like RPGs a lot. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for saying this,
Doubt it.
like shoot 'em
Mm,
ups as far as like Call of Duty, they just don't do it
Right.
for me. They
Yeah,
don't do
yeah.
Right.
it for me.
Well,
And I know,
it's like one of the things I could say, everything is not always for everybody. Some
yeah,
people RPG, some people shoot 'em up, some people play sports. I don't play
Yeah.
sport games, you know.
yeah.
Um, I feel like the closest thing I played to RPG would be Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
I do shooters and like fighting games, but I mean, hey, so it's like, nah, I don't see why you would catch flack for it. Actually, that's pretty. I think it's actually really good
Yeah.
that you are doing RPG.
I wanted to ask you, like, if there was a retro game that you could step into the world and be immersed in it, what game would that be?
Oh. I think, and this is probably going to be very, very obscure. Well, not obscure. I have two. So, number one would be Cubert because I'm curious to see.
Wow. I didn't think about that. You went back with that one. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, that's cool. All right, Hubert. Okay.
Cubert because I want to see what the rest of the world is like, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
aside from what we see on the screen. Because
Okay.
Wreck-It
yeah,
Ralph
yeah.
made me think of things like that. You
Okay.
know, like what happens when we turn the game off? What does it look like?
Yeah, yeah.
How do the characters interact? All of that. And then my second one is Rise Star, Sega.
Ooh,
Wow, Rise Star. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
going back.
yeah,
Okay.
man, that's wild. I
What
never
What
thought
about
about
you,
that.
Sharon?
Yeah.
That's
What
what
about you?
I'm trying to think about that now because, like, I mean, I would be in Kingdom Hearts. I
Okay.
think that's cool. I think that I don't know. I don't. Does Star Wars count?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a game.
Because
because they have
I
games.
always, yeah, because I always like, I know there's like the purple lightsaber. Give me a yellow lights. No, I'm sorry. I would want an amber colored lightsaber. Nobody has that.
There you go. I would say for me would be Sonic Adventure and then Super Mario Galaxy. Like Super Mario Galaxy look
Yeah,
wild and crazy, man.
and that would give you the aviation too. Because
Mm-hmm.
you're blasting from planet to planet. And shout out to the new movie that's getting ready to come out next year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking
Mm.
forward to that. You mentioned your top, like part of your top list. What's your top 5 video games?
And you would ask me that, even though I'm doing a series on that right now. So, Kingdom Hearts, in no particular order. Kingdom Hearts, Life is Strange. If I could play Life is Strange again for the first time, I would. Oh my goodness, that is one of the best games that I have played in years. Undertale, also one of the best games that I have played in years. Champions of Norath, specifically the second one.
Okay.
And then, you know what? Yeah, Sonic 2. Sonic 2 specifically.
Okay.
When
Okay.
when Tails got introduced, because Tails is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah. Sonic 2, man. That was what was it? Sonic Tuesday when they
Mm-hmm.
came out? Yeah. Oh, back in the 1990s, Sonic Tuesday.
Yeah,
Uh,
19.
Another question I have, what advice would you give to young Black women who want to get into gaming, art, and into sci-fi world building? What advice would you give them?
Keep consuming the media and don't let people kill your creativity. Because I remember when, I was younger, I had family members tell me to get my head out of the clouds and focus on real life.
Mm,
But without my creativity that I had back then, I wouldn't be half as the creative that I am now,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't be building the communities that I've built, and I wouldn't have the career that I have. Creativity is in me. So I
mhm.
would say just don't let them kill that. Don't let anybody kill that. Pursue it, write, sing, go to the D&D table even if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Always, always have that creativity. Never let nobody kill that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because we haven't been able to control our narrative, to tell our narrative. And now, thank God to technology and people like you, we can control that narrative. We can build the narrative and build a tribe, you
Mhm.
know, of subsets. And what's crazy, because I go back to the arcades, man. There were no colors, it was just everybody. All you needed
Mhm.
was a quarter. You either watched or you were involved in it. And
Right.
things should be inclusive, and you should have your tribes. So I want to say thank you for creating this Afro, was it Cosmic Afroverse, for people like us, for the underrepresented. Because I remember, like, with my daughter and my sister, there came a time where it's like, hey, I'm knee deep in these games, and I don't know if it was society, or then for some reason they put the controllers down, and it's like,
Mhm.
you know, did you want to do that, or was it due to pressure? Thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing your story, and we definitely need you on more just to see how everything's going,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and more about what you do, because we only like touched the surface. But where can people find you? How can people join the Cosmic Afroverse, and what do you have in the future?
So if you want to keep up with the Cosmic Afroverse and with me as a creator, you can find me on all platforms at the Creative Amalgamation. I know it's long, but it's also a video game reference, and nobody has been able to guess it yet. So
Mm.
whoever guesses it, you know, you guys know. But as far as the Cosmic Afroverse, I have a Facebook group. If you search it up on Facebook, it's just the Cosmic Afroverse. I'm
Okay.
in the process of building a Discord server. That is where we'll primarily be doing a whole bunch of our, anime watch nights, actual plays for Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll also be putting resources in there for people who want to pursue those type of creative endeavors, because we need to be ushering more, not just, Black women, but also Black and brown people into the industry as well. So with that being said, I want to be able to have live events and also be able to start building different things within that. So I'm breaking in. So spaces like this are super important.
The more diverse we get, there's more stories and more experiences that we can add to this gaming world. And we need to celebrate everybody. We need to open up the door for everybody. This is what this is about. And thank you
Right.
so much. Sharon,
No,
what are your closing comments, promotion? What's up?
Oh, well, you can find me on Facebook, of course, I'm sorry, I just woke up. And like, Facebook, Sharon Art, like I could say, keep eating your vitamins and vegetables and exercise.
Yes.
And, you brought up faith. Look, that was an interesting topic, because that's something I never really thought about before, because I just kind of jump in a game and you bring up a lot of valid points, and knocking on the door, hey, sometimes you got to build your own.
Yeah.
hmm
So
Yeah.
like,
And
yeah,
that's
sometimes
what
let them knock on your door.
Yeah, and
okay.
that's what we're that's what we're doing. We
Yeah.
need to open up the community and build. Like, there's so much different. It's like the foods, man. There's so many different flavors. Like, I
hmm
Yeah.
want to know those different flavors. Like, had it
Mhm.
not been for video games, for me, I wouldn't have got into Japan anime. I wouldn't have got into, like, other
Yeah.
venues. And it's not just one size fits all. That's my 2 cents. But I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, another great episode of 40 something gamers.
Yeah.
Definitely go to the merch store and check us out. You can get on our Facebook page. Also, our YouTube page is my name, Markivus Nious. I'm also a hip hop artist, positive hip hop artist, Furious, and also a composer, Markivus Nious. So, ladies and gentlemen, Faith, Sharon, and myself signing off for 40 something gamers. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think. And also give us some topics. And then for those that are underrepresented, please let us know. Like, let's talk. Let's build.
Let's
All right.
find out about those female gamers, those that we don't know about. Put
And
them in
that
the
list.
comments.
We
Yeah.
need, throw them in the comments. We need to know that list.
Because
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. All right. Signing off. You guys have a good one.